Hello people! So today's video is going to be a long-lasting kind of heat-proof, sweat-proof, I guess. Just a long-lasting kind of everyday summer makeup. Obviously, as you can tell from my face, it's pretty basic and it's just skin focused. So I've just used some new products that I probably didn't use in my last video that I've like tried over and over and over again in the summertime, and I just think are really good staples for the heat. So if you want to see how I did this look and what products I used for it, then make sure you are subscribed, give the video a thumbs up too, and just keep watching. Okay, so we're obviously going to start off with the skin because I'm not going to include eyeshadow in this video. Also, if my voice sounds just, I don't know what's wrong, my whole soul is just tired today, I don't know. Anyway, I'm obviously going to start off with the skin. I've just added a moisturizer. I've done my brows. They're the same. I just use a brow pencil and then the Colourpop Clear Brow Boss Gel on top. For face primer, I'm going to use the Smashbox primerizer. I'm going to use this one today because my skin's been feeling a bit dry. But another really good one is the J1 Jelly Pack. The white one is the one I use. It kind of smooths out your pores as well. But I'm going to use this one today because, like I said, my skin's a little bit dry. And obviously it's a really good primer as well. I trust it on nights out. It hydrates, but it's quite kind of tacky once you've kind of rubbed it into the skin. So I love this. It's one of my favourite primers. And for foundation, I'm going to be using something quite new for foundation. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation Stick. I had this recently in my favourites video and I love this. Got the concealer to use in today's video as well. I thought I would do like an updated version because I think I've done one of these like long-lasting makeup looks before. So I am going to use this stick foundation. So obviously the best way for me personally is to use a brush to blend it out. So that's what I'm going to do. And I kind of go in with the foundation and put quite a bit on, to be fair. So why I chose this foundation is because it just applies really easily and really quickly, which I think is really good for every day if you're on the go as well. But also I feel like it's just kind of perfect for both skin types because obviously it's stick foundation, but it claims to have a matte finish. But as you can see on my skin, it's kind of satiny. Like, I don't know if it's the primer underneath, but it is always satin on my skin. But no matter how long I wear it throughout the day, it never gets oily or anything like that, no matter what powder I use, what concealer I use. So I feel like it just kind of looks the best on the skin and it just lasts a really good amount of time on the skin as well. And I said this in my favourites video as well. I did a whole video on this foundation and the concealer, so yeah, you can watch that if you want to know any more about it. The shade, so in the foundation stick I use the shade 250, which is sand beige, and then in the concealer I use the shade pure beige, and they both work perfectly fine for me, to be fair, so we're all good. I'm going to set my under eyes because I'm creasy, so I'm going to use one of the best loose powders ever for nights out, just being long lasting, looking like really flawless under the eyes, and really good for oily skin as well. This is the Beauty Bakerie flower powder, and I always use this one, which is the yellow one. Well, it's the only one I have, but I like this one. I've been using this since I had oily skin as well, so it's oily skin approved and tested. Obviously I feel like this is like the step of makeup where you kind of go in however you usually do, because if you're like quite oily or you just like to set your whole face, and obviously do that, but I've got dry skin kind of around the perimeter of my face, and I don't really like having powder everywhere because I like my skin to be overall glowy. So you can still see I've got a nice bit of glow over here. So I'll just powder where I need to, which is literally just under my eyes, my lids, and then kind of on my nose, just my T-zone area basically. Then for bronzer, I'm going to go in with a cream bronzer and then a powder, because I feel like if you use like a cream and then a powder on top, I feel like everything just kind of stays longer. It's kind of like when you use your foundation, you concealer, and then obviously set it with powder, it just lasts longer than not setting it with powder, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use one of my favourite cream bronzers, which is the Milk Makeup Bronzing Stick in Baked. I think I'm just going to stick with the creams. I'm going to do a cream bronzer like I said, but I'm using a cream highlight as well. So for underneath my powder highlight, I'm going to use the Colourpop on the Cusp Super Shock Cheek. This is one of my favourites. So I'm just going to add a really small amount of this, just over here. And for bronzer, I'm going to use, this is really affordable, and it is kind of like a dupe for my Elsie bronzer, which is my favourite bronzer in the entire world. I thought I would use the affordable option today. So this is the CYO bronzing powder in medium, but it's also called When the Sun Don't Shine, so whatever you want to call it. But this is what it looked like. The shade is kind of similar to my Elsie bronzer as well. That's also the medium shade. But yeah, this is really nice. It's so affordable. I think it's like £4 or £5, and this lasts forever on the skin, like even without a cream underneath. You know what, I didn't even need the cream bronzer, but it is good, okay? Definitely get this if you can get CYO, because it's good. It's very pigmented, so like tap your brush off, but it lasts a long time. It's just, it blends really easily, and it's really nice. I don't use this enough. So for blush, for me the most long lasting blushes ever are just always going to be Tarte. Like I have never found a blush that lasts longer than these Tarte ones. This is just a little book that they had. I don't know if it was limited edition, I'm not sure. But you might be able to get most of these shades like individually, but this is called their blush book. It was like a back to school kind of thing. Obviously it looks like a little school notebook. So this is so handy. It's got bronzer in it, it's got a highlight, and then obviously it's got a load of blushes. So yeah, Tarte blushes, they're just so good. I don't know what it is in their formula, but it's just... So I think I'm gonna go with this one here, I think. This is called Slumber Party. I'm gonna go with this one here. Okay, then for highlight, I think I might set my face quickly before I do my highlight actually. So I'm just going to use my Morphe setting spray. It's one of my faves. Another really good one is the Urban Decay All Nighter. That is like solid. Then for highlights, we're going Ofra, of course. So this is the Ofra highlight in the shade Glow Goals. That's so pretty. We probably don't need any more highlight, but we're going to. Okay, I just went and did my mascara super quickly. I used the Covergirl one. I don't know what the name of it is. I'll leave it in the description box. So just to finish off with lips, I'm going to use the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip, and I will leave the name in the description box because I cannot pronounce it. And you do not even need a lip liner with these. Okay, so that is it literally. When these dry down, they're dried down, okay? They're not gonna go anywhere. This is it for today's video. This is my long-lasting summer makeup, and it's tried and true. I love it. It's really, really good. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next